Hello everyone, welcome back to the About Pop channel here. It is Lee Min-ho's drama Failure. When the Stars Gossip gets sharp spotlight from Korean journalists, the drama that was predicted as one of the big projects this year. When the Stars Gossip had to face the bitter reality after only being able to achieve low ratings since its premiere on TVN. This drama, which features two big stars, Lee Min-ho and Gong Hyo-jin, recorded a rating that was only around 2 to 3% for the first 4 episodes. In fact, expectations for this drama were very high, considering the unique theme it carried and the fantastic production budget. According to a number of Korean journalists, there were several factors that caused this drama to fail to attract public attention. One of the main causes was the story concept, which was considered too experimental. The claim of the creator of this drama about the first depiction of a space station without gravity in a Korean drama turned out to be unable to meet the audience's expectations. The combination of science fiction, romantic comedy, and office life in space actually backfired because it was considered too complicated and difficult to connect with the audience's emotions. In comparison, other weekend dramas, such as SBS's Love Scout and JTBC's The Tale of Lady Hawk, managed to achieve much higher ratings. Love Scout managed to break through 10% in just 3 episodes, while The Tale of Lady Hawk also achieved similar results. This disparity further clarifies that when the Stars Gossip faces a big challenge in winning over viewers, another problem that adds to the drama's burden is its very high production budget, reaching 500 billion won. Of that amount, more than 10 billion won was spent on CGI and VFX alone to depict outer space realistically. However, although the visual effects presented are impressive, the quality of the story and the execution of the narrative are considered not commensurate with the large investment. As a result, the audience's high expectations turned into disappointment. Not only that, several elements of the story are also considered controversial and irrelevant. Since the first episode, the drama has included bed scenes that are considered unnecessary, including scenes between Lee Min-ho and Han Jae-yeon, as well as Gong Hyo-jin and Kim Joo-hyun. In addition, strange scenes such as fly mating on the space station to absurd topics such as distorted sperm and ectopic pregnancy actually make the audience feel awkward. Even the preview for the 4th episode shows an additional bed scene that further fuels criticism. One of the biggest disappointments is the failure of the scriptwriter, who was previously successful with hit dramas such as Pasta and Don't Dare to Dream. The typical charm that is usually found in his works seems to be lost in this project, making the story feel bland and difficult to enjoy. The impact of this failure is not only felt by the cast and production team, but also by its parent company, CGENM. CGENM's reputation as one of Korea's leading entertainment companies is now at stake. The company's stock price has plummeted from 70,000 won to 50,000 won, the lowest figure in its history. This condition is exacerbated by the decrease in the company's operating profit estimate by various securities firms. KB Securities, for example, lowered CGENM's operating profit target by 24%, while Samsung Securities also lowered its stock price target to 78,000 won. With the various challenges faced, When the Stars Gossip is a valuable lesson for the Korean entertainment industry about the importance of balancing creative ambition and audience expectations. Although trying to bring something new, the failure to package it in a way that is acceptable to the audience makes this drama a negative spotlight that is difficult to avoid. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Next, Lee Min-ho's drama, When the Stars Gossip's plunging ratings linked to fantastic 50 billion won budget. The ambitious drama, When the Stars Gossip, which pairs two big South Korean stars, Lee Min-ho and Gong Hyo-jin, has come under the spotlight after only being able to achieve ratings that were far from expectations. Despite being produced with a large budget of 50 billion won, the drama failed to attract the attention of Korean audiences. According to Nielsen Korea, the first 2 episodes of When the Stars Gossip only recorded ratings in the range of 3%. Ironically, instead of increasing, the ratings for the 3rd and 4th episodes actually dropped further to only 2%. This became a hot topic in the Korean media, which linked the achievement to the high production costs that were not comparable to the results obtained. The drama carries a unique story that combines elements of science fiction, romantic comedy, and drama of life on a space station. One of the scenes that caught the attention was Gong Raong's, played by Lee Min-ho, act of daring to leave the space station to save Eve Kim's, played by Gong Hyo-jin, life. In the latest episode, the audience was treated to a dramatic moment when Gong Raong found out that Eve was almost frozen in space because her oxygen was running low. Before leaving, Gong Raong had time to read the will written by Eve and obeyed every request in the will. However, the situation became critical when he heard a loud warning sound and realized that Eve had lost consciousness in space. The tense scene began when Gong Raong, wearing only an oxygen suit, left the station to save Eve. Even though Eve had previously asked him not to take the risk, Gong Raong still decided to act. He fought the pressure and zero gravity to approach Eve, which made the crew on the space station anxious. During the rescue trip, Gong Raong shouted desperately to Eve, "I can only see you now." The shout managed to awaken Eve's consciousness, who then told him the location of the safety rope that bound her. Gong Raong finally found the rope and managed to bring Eve back to the space station. However, this heroic moment was not enough to mend their relationship. After returning to the station, Gong Raong and Eve's relationship cooled. Eve warned Gong Raong not to appear in front of her again and said sharply, "Don't block my view." Behind Eve's cold reaction, Gong Raong began to realize his true feelings for her. The risky space journey revealed deep emotions that had been hidden for so long. After much contemplation, Gong Raong finally dared to confess his feelings to Eve. With a serious look, he asked, "Can I like you?" Although these emotional scenes managed to elicit an emotional response from a small portion of the audience, overall, when the stars' gossip still failed to live up to expectations, many argued that the drama's story was too complicated and difficult for mainstream audiences to enjoy, especially with its unusual combination of genres. On the other hand, the huge production cost put even more pressure on the drama's results. With over 10 billion won spent on visual effects and CGI to depict outer space realistically, public expectations for the drama were sky-high. However, the stunning visual effects were not enough to cover up the shortcomings in the storyline and characterization that were considered weak. Criticism also came from the execution of the narrative, which was considered to have failed to provide consistent emotional appeal. Certain scenes, although dramatic, were considered not strong enough to build a connection with the audience. This was further exacerbated by the consistent decline in ratings from episode to episode. With these results, When the Stars Gossip has become one of the big projects that has left many lessons for the Korean entertainment industry. Big ambitions in terms of concept and production are not necessarily successful if they are not balanced with solid story execution that is relevant to the audience. All eyes are on how the production team will deal with criticism and whether this drama is able to improve its performance in future episodes. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment.